Welcome everyone to our Ease series, and today's topic is ease with honor. So honor is from the space, when you hear the word, before I go like always in detail, what does the word honor means to you guys? What's the first word comes in your mind? Anyone would like to share, would like to put it on the chat or unmute and say, what does the word honor means to you guys?
Honor for me, Rashi, means to be recognized for even the smallest of the thing what I do or I
Basically,
contribute. So
so
that
you're
is
saying that,
validating. I feel that it is somewhat validating yourself or your efforts. You
so are
know,
you trying to say it's a recognition? When people will recognize you, you feel you're honored?
not based on physical and emotional also. It is maybe I'm not able to frame it nicely,
No, that's
but
okay. Give me an
yes.
example, then we'll catch you how you're functioning from.
Yes, yes. I feel that for me, it should be on the platform of emotional, mental, as well as whatever the contribution, whatever if anybody has asked me for something, they are supposed to honor that yes, she has contributed to certain thing or
Okay, so
something.
for example, I'm going to keep you on for a second if you don't mind. If
Yeah.
you did something for me, suppose, for example, and I did not acknowledge or did not give you the credit for it, what will
Hmm.
you feel? You feel I didn't honor you?
I'll feel maybe I'll feel bad about it, or I may not feel too, matlab, not bad actually, but not too happy that she should have recognized this. Matlab,
So,
that will cross my mind.
okay, so basically you're looking a validation from a third person because you did the work for me.
N- Basically, honoring, not validation.
But
Validate
the
to
validation
chalo.
and honoring exactly is going internal hand in hand.
Yes, hand in hand है, वो validate कर रहा है. But again, I want कि एक honoring is little higher. It's validation से थोड़ा सा it's promotional word.
Okay, fair. So you're not right or wrong, but I'm just giving all of you guys that space that from where you're giving so much power to the world.
Yes, that is what.
Yeah. So what if, like what she said, what Sumita ji just shared is very true. Majority of us unknowingly are looking the validation from the people that give me that respect, give me that space, that I did it, a gratitude indirectly, that you know what, how much I have done and where I am getting showcased in this reality.
By actions also, people don't
Yeah,
even.
in any layer. It could be emotionally,
Yeah.
mentally, physically. But how
Mm.
much are you all dismissing you guys? Be it in any areas of your life. Because the 5 elements of intimacy is when you honor yourself is the first one. The gratitude will come following when you will be really grateful. But when I can't see myself, what will I be grateful for? But when I'm putting that energy on someone else, that can you do this for me, or when I do this for you, or will you look at me then? That means I'm waiting unknowingly, underlying that energy is of validating. Because I'm giving that other person so much power that when you can see me, I'll be able to be acceptable in this reality. And then we feel this is so normal. How will I get my equations proved to the world? What if you guys did not have to be proven in this world? Because when I have to prove, what am I going to do? I'll go out of my way to make you comfortable. In that, there is so much hard work, that mehnat, that I have to go. Like if I have to be here, I'm going out. Okay, this person should get pleased by me. So I'm going in there, he or hers checklist, that they can see and perceive me. And if you unknowingly, maybe to my benchmark, don't give me that energy, I'll be like, I am wrong or you are wrong. Either way, then the judgment will become real because it did not go matching to my reality. And maybe he or she was giving you the acknowledgement. We are just talking a random example. But in our reality, we did not believe because our programming was different. So we make it so real that how can he or she couldn't give me that? So underline to that, the resentment, the judge, it starts with judgment. It actually starts with rejection. But in bargain, we feel you're rejecting them, but you're only rejecting you always. Because you created that separation. So when we think I'm creating a separation with you, but the first separation I've already separated by me. I've separated me because I'm literally telling the world I'm nobody without when you tell me how good or bad I am. So when you're looking from that space, the whole world, you will come from a space of only of the linearity that koi mere ko dekh lo, koi mere ko validate kar do. And the list will go underline to it, continuing. And it starts at a very small level. It starts first from the house people. And then we take them also for granted. Acha, ghar ke log hai, it's okay, they'll not do it. Apne hi hai, but I know deep down line they care. That's how we justify ourselves. चलता है डे टू डे थोड़ी एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. डिड आवर पेरेंट्स एवर एक्सप्रेस, डिड आवर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स एवर एक्सप्रेस? इंडियंस तो डेफिनेटली नहीं करेंगे. हाउ मच आर वी डिसमिसिंग ऑल दिस? इज इट रियली ट्रू? वी आर नॉट मेकिंग एनी ऑफ देम रॉन्ग. But the point is, we are not even saying you have to verbalize, but how much are we telling the world how to treat us? Because only we can teach everyone how to treat ourselves, and that honoring only starts from you. And that the first honoring starts when how you look at yourself. The toughest is, to some level, people have just got that ease. Okay, we are intelligent, we are making success money. That's not just honoring. How much you perceive from your body, because your body first has to be acknowledged in this reality. The minute you honor you as your being, your body, that's the guy will make you being your best friend, will create more for you, because you're having your back through your body in this reality. The minute you do that, then the body goes like, okay, let's go have fun in this world. Then look at all your planes of the world, and mentally how you're looking, how much are you honoring yourself or you're not honoring yourself. Then look at the emotional way, when you're interacting with people, with yourself, at your work level, with family, people who have kids, in-laws, different layers. Get present with that energy. What we do is we make it sticky with certain people only. See, these are the people who don't honor me. Even if you want to go from that energy first, ask yourself, what's the value of dismissing yourself in front of them? The reason they are so dishonoring you is because you're telling them unknowingly, energetically, you can dismiss me or you can disrespect me. Should get present with those certain people, because we all unknowingly create certain those 2 3 people in this linear way, that they're just meant to bite you in this world. And another algorithm of this reality, in-laws, the mother-in-law, or a boss, or a boyfriend, or something like that. Like, certain people, we make it very rigid energy in this linearity, so we can match up with the world that he or she has this problem and I'll have it. So again, that becomes a hard wiring of this reality of believing this will also happen to me, when there could be no truth. But because you made your point of view, you start making it real in your body, because your body takes it as a commandment. Yes, I have to create this. And because you're already dismissing yourself, and the minute you believe that point of view, your body takes it as a commandment. Okay, I have to create this for my so-called body. So with those certain people, when they get attracted in your reality, you always have a friction where they're dishonoring you. And sometimes they're not even in front of you. They are talking about you to the world, because that's the continuous energy we are radiating to each other in this world. Because the lingo is like a ping pong ball. I am radiating, you're radiating. Because the window is matched up. So it could be for going on for days, years, or lifetimes. You can change it in nanosecond from the willingness. And from a true willingness. When people say the magic doesn't happen to me or this thing, it happens to everyone, but it's from the space of the willingness. When you believe you are magic, magic gets created. Because you're being the true energy, because that time you're honoring and being grateful for who you are. You're an alliance of that thing to happen. You're being vulnerable to that energy, that you can be that energy and have it. That's the element of true intimacy. And that's why the honor is one of the main potent one. Where are we dismissing ourselves in this reality? Because when I dismiss myself, it just opens a loophole everywhere. In more simpler words, it's like I'm not having my back in this world. And that's how we keep waiting when my partner, my parents, my child will take care of me. That's why we are made to believe in this reality. You cannot live alone. You need someone. Have people. We are not saying you have to leave your family, but ask from the contributive energy, not from that fighting energy that to show the world I have a family, but internally you all are so clogged when you all are coming home. Okay, God, this is my family. Not that energy. So start looking at it where you guys are, which areas of your life you all are dismissing yourself. And if you showed up as you, and showing up as you by honoring you doesn't mean you're dismissing others. Or, in this linear way, people are so uncomfortable that if I'll become so me and the potent me or the powerful me in simple words, others will get uncomfortable and my so-called house or relationship will break. That's the biggest lie. Because when you're being true to you, the true people will stay with you. And if they are not true to you, you'll truly know. And you can still live with them, but still holding your space and being an allowance of them. And funny things when we hear in this, like, when people say, oh, when we grow too much in access, our relations go more haywire and all that. No, access is never telling you to break your relation or marriages or any kind of that. It's just saying hold you and be an allowance of people. Honor you doesn't mean that you're going to dishonor someone else. Yes, when you start honoring you, you're just realizing how much I allowed that abuse to myself and to the world to abuse me. That's why so many people get like, oh, I can't do the class again. This is too much. Or we'll create a money issue. We'll create time issue. We'll create many issues by not showing up in classes because we know we have to honor ourselves too much. Because we rather make the world comfortable but make ourselves uncomfortable. The minute you allow dishonoring you, that's the biggest abuse you're giving to yourself. So keep asking yourself, what are you truly avoiding with yourself, not by choosing you? That's one of the biggest tools. Because in the underline, we all know it is serving us by being less in this world. Deep down line, again, the basics everyone is asking, oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had a better relation. I had this much money, or I had this lifestyle, or I had this job, or this business. You all can have that. But hold that space and be honest to yourself. What's the value of dishonoring me daily? And see what the underlying energy comes. Or ask the universe, show me today, or the body, show me today, how can I honor myself today? And let the whispers of the body and the being start showing you what works for you guys. It starts to slowly, slowly melt. It sounds very flowery and easy said and done. It is a daily muscle. And there will be days where we will break and be like, screw it, I'm not going to do this. I have to look into family. I have to be practical. This all sounds good for that 4 hours, 3 hours in a class, but I rather my reality, no one will get. I know what goes in my own house or my financials. We are not denying any of that. But the point is, those are our stories, what we want to live by. Once a story is written, it's not a rock barrier where you cannot change. You have the power to edit and change anything. It's not a printed book of your life. Your manuals can be changed. Yes, little expense comes. Like when in Access, when you see a manual gets remade, it's a lot of expense. But are we going to control that expense? Because, oh my God, and tomorrow who's going to come and pay us? Or willingness to change and honor the energy of the entity of the school and about them, that how much change are they ready to have? Because the minute you allow that, your universe expands and you're bound to receive everything. So we need to ask ourselves daily, what's the value of not having us more in this world? It's a daily permission, and only you can give that permission. It's like the basic tool which I always tell everyone. No one can chew that food for you guys. Only you guys can chew it. You can get the food till your mouth. Even for the babies, when you really force as an infant, he or she will only take how much he or she has the capacity. So when the food starts falling from everywhere, because he or she is trying to tell you at that infant age also, I can't take it beyond. Or if you even shove it off, they puke it out. So how much are you guys shoving it off the people's shit in your world? And how much is that weight of dishonoring you adding up? And from that weight, it could be the physical weight, it could be the emotional health issues, the mental health issues. It just starts lingering because we are telling our body, day in and out, you don't matter. So it's not from the outside world. Like, I'm so glad Sumita ji spoke about that space. And we will do it. I'm not going to deny it. There are days when people will just come and say certain things on your face, or you'll get to know anything it could be, or you could know people doing politics on you, or families against you or not supporting you. Just ask yourself, is it really significant? Because the more I give power to that, you're telling them, okay, yes, you can come and dispower me and dishonor me. Look at even that energy. The reason when people want to talk against you or want to get you tangled there, because they know you're potent. If you're nobody, why would I want to mess with you? Like, I mean, not me, but in general, how people would do it. Why would anyone? Because they know they see something in you. But we are making it personal by making ourselves more wrong. And that's the exact pinning they're trying to do, that you can go in your wrongness and disempower you. In fact, when people who are so-called against you in the reality, it's a space to show up, turn up your molecule and go like, you know what, bring it on. It's not a revenge or a game. It's giving you the power, the potency. You know what, let's turn it up. I'll come and honor myself more. I'll have my back even more. Because the more you will show up, your universe will expand, go like, I'm not going to get intimidated by this reality. So turn it up, that energy even more. Anyone, any questions so far?
Um, yes, Rashi, Meenakshi here.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. The reason why I joined this thing was your word honor. Okay. And though you've spoken at length, but Rashi, as what if you are telling a child what honor is? A child who needs to be told what is honor. So, yes, there are a lot of confusions about what is honor. How am I honoring myself? या मेरा honor क्या है? So even if I want to translate it in Hindi, so
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
only thing that comes is Atmasamman, yeah, something like that.
Very true.
So how would you, in simplest baby way, tell me what is honor? And as you rightly said that there are people जो आपसे पंगे लेते हैं because they see something potent in you and they don't want you to use that potency. Correct. And very rightly said, it's not a fight or a revenge. But when you say bring it on, okay, and now I'm also talking this from a perspective of a child also who is kind of getting bullied in school or is open to being bullied. So how can we do this as an adult also and as for a child also?
Okay, so I'm going to give you both the example, and your question is really valid, and thank you to give from both the aspect. As an adult, in a simpler words, when you have kids around you, any age, be an infant, younger age, or a growing age, when you tell something a child to do, we all know when we were also kids, we never did that. Okay, let's be honest. The minute I tell you do something, it's like whatever, that energy. Or डांट कर or कुछ बोल कर, so थोड़ा सा डर में we would do it, but deep down the line our intention was never to do it, because especially it came from a parent. But when you are being that energy, the child is always observing things. It's a human brain. So when you're being that energy, the child just gets it. What the hell is she being? I have to be that. Because the child lingo it's the max attached to the mother or the father's energy, the first, then the grandparents or the siblings, how the cycle of the family increases. So unknowingly, what that energy you're being, they're going to observe that. So if they see in the house, mama gets abused or dad gets abused by the grandparents or by the siblings, they believe that abuse is normal, that I have to be a people pleaser, or I have to be dimming myself, or whatever the results could be, of the intelligence or yelling. So their coping mechanism becomes whatever they see. So even if you could tell them, you know what, stand up, it's okay, but he or she seeing at home, they will believe this is more real than jo bola ja raha hai, because it's contradicting that energy. So for them, it goes like bullshit. So face value में बोल नहीं पाएगा या बोल नहीं पाएगी, but internally he or she is attracting what he is perceiving, because what we perceive, our point of view gets created from there. Unless or he or she is from that young age, from few souls to souls, go like, no, there's always something more. Some kids have that. We all have it, but again, it's the capacity, how much he or she ready to believe that. So you have to go from the space, are you ready to show up for you as a parent? So then you don't have to tell them, because you're holding your space and you honoring yourself, he or she will get it. So it doesn't matter, your child could be 2, 5, 20, it doesn't matter. The minute they truly see that energy, because energy is our first language. Our words have zero power. That's just a way of articulating in this reality, because linearly our brain has to get it. Today, try and watch, like, see a show, or sometimes, when you see something, when you don't know the language, don't you get the gist of it? How? Because it's the energy, what they're showing there. Or even forget communication with people. We always knew energetically when we go to a place, we've never seen that place, but our body just gets so happy going there, or a place we don't, because energy is our first language. You'll not know why, because why is not an answer. How an access, it encourages you to trust what you know. So you just know it, because there's an energy which is resonating to your frequency and not. It doesn't make it right or wrong, but it's from the space what works for you. So when the child is seeing in that house, that atmosphere, that wow, in my house, people know how to honor them and have to have the gratitude for themselves, he or she is bound to have that in them. It's in simple words. I don't know the author. I'm quite bad with names here. The another book, again, it's a perception of point of view creates your reality. But giving you example that rich kids always are rich and poor kids are always poor, because even if a rich kid doesn't do anything, the energy of the atmosphere is bound teaching you how to be me and be rich in that house. And a poor house family or a middle class family is always calculating on money. So he or she programming starts to believe money is hard. ऐसे करना है. पैसे what is it? पेड़ पे नहीं उगते हैं. And like that, many lines. So the unknowing the reality becomes कि पढ़ाई करो, hard work करो. So your programming becomes so real that you believe कि yeah, some people can get it, but I'll not get it. I'll have to get it only by hard work. And other things. Oh, I'll get only my honor when I'll be good to them, or I'll be kind to them, or I'll allow it. Or I should say quiet. That Gandhi's mom think we'll get Kranti from that. Maybe it worked that time. I'm nobody to say on that, but you need to ask what works for you. And talk to your child. If it's true that is happening a bully, ask him, what does he like about dismissing him there? And ask him, if you want a backup, you want me to talk to your school, your teachers. If not, are you ready to be yourself? If you've done like higher classes, if you know how to do energy pulls, if you've done foundation, you can teach him the energy pull technique to him. Because I can't disclose, because as I told you, this goes on the YouTube. I can't share the techniques.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you've done, you can teach him how to do that. That's the biggest manipulation to get your ways out.
Okay, so thanks. But the bullying part, I asked for me only, because as a child I was bullied. But thankfully, by God's grace, I did have the understanding to how to, teach my boys how to have a boundary for themselves and others. So now, when you are talking about honoring, can we in simply say that these are boundaries? Like, if you talk to me in a way that I don't like, so I can very easily tell you, Rashi, I did not like the way you speak to me. Don't speak to me next time. So that is honoring me, right?
Sometimes you need to vocalize, and sometimes you have to be the energy that when you're there, I cannot dismiss you. That's holding your voice. Energetic.
Again, please.
It's like holding your voice. You've in an easy example, have you seen certain people when they enter the room, or they're around in your house or on your work, you can't mess with them?
Yeah.
So what are they being? They're holding their space, that dare you mess with me or disrespect me. And we always know certain people will justify in our mind, are unke paas money hai, they're powerful, or they're elders. But it's not true. They are not some Ambanis, or even if they're Ambanis, what about it? But point is, when they are holding that space, it's the energy space, that voice, that when I show up, dare you mess with me. It's the energy muscle building. It's like a specialty class, what we teach, right voice for you. I'm advertising that, which I teach. But going on detail, it's like just telling your body, buddy, I'm not going to allow this abuse. But yeah, certain times you have to even vocalize it. Fair enough. It's like you have to read the room where you like to speak up and where you are not choosing to be you there. Because the noise will get real the minute you go tell the world, you know what, come abuse me or dishonor me. Because then slowly people get it, oh, he or she is a people pleaser. Let's use them, or let's keep talking against them, because you can just wish wash them in any direction. And unknowingly, that's also a capacity when people allow this, because you're making the world comfortable. But the harsh reality is you're abusing only you, because you're making loud and clear to the world, I don't matter. When I don't matter, the universe can't see me, and then my creations get affected. I'm invisible to the world to create any success of this reality. Because you're not being happy, you're getting invisible, then how will you make money? Because you're not visible to this reality. You'll get more bullied, because you're thinking you're being kind there by making cue problems like you shore machai. But in that shore, your body is getting invisible to this reality. So you need to be honest. Is it really serving you guys? In any area of your life. It could be you living with your parents, it could be living with your in-laws, your kids, if you're elderly, sometimes you're living with kids because we start believing the kids are earning more than us, so now it's their time. We justify at every area, be it with our bosses, new country. We have a lot of reasons to justify to make people comfortable. So many times we live and say, chodo, why do get into the fight? It's not about getting into a fight. We are not saying you have to get into a physical or verbal fight. We are asking you, what's the value of not choosing you here? That if you start daily asking what works for you, how much more you'll create for you. And play with this energy. It's like making a muscle daily. If you don't want to take on a bigger leap or big steps, start in the small areas. Because when you'll have the small tasters, you will like to go bigger. And then it's a choice. Some people can go from year to year directly. Some people like baby steps. There's no right or wrong. But keep demanding. Because a lot of time people also, when they see a certain change, they say, okay, I'm comfortable here. If it works, fair. Because there's no finish line to anything. And there's no award waiting for your end of your life. There's no heaven, hell. I've expressed this many times. It's all in the mind. You've come here to have fun, the joy of you. You've created this beautiful body. Please honor it. It's a vehicle. It's like, in simpler words, again, I must have shared this before. If you have to sit in the old dabba car, would you like to go? Or if you see a posh new car with full equipped, would you like to sit in that? Of course, everyone would. Yeah, but your circumstances, how we justify, it's okay. एक दिन हम बड़ी गाड़ी और अच्छी गाड़ी में बैठेंगे, तब एक दिन, we don't even know कल we are going to get up or no. Then it's a choice. That's your pacifying your mind and making a point of view. Because the body has no point of view. The body is a part of your creation from the earth, the higher you. It's ready to give you everything you ask. So when you honor your body, the honoring of you true you, it will just create. Because you're being the true commune of the earth, the nature. Because you're part of the earth. You've come from earth, you'll go back to earth. So get honest to yourself daily. Where am I not choosing me daily? Ask. When the minute you'll demand, the universe, the whispers will show you. Ask from simple things. Ask the food what you would like to eat, what clothes you would like to wear. If today you're going to your office or being around someone, okay, buddy, can we have each other? And talk from that energy with that person. The body will have your back and explain how to be you and not to allow anyone to dismiss you there. It's the most, sounds too complicated, but it's the most easiest way to have you. And there will be hit and miss, guys. There will be hit and miss. It's our way of how much are you ready to, like, it's a muscle building daily. So that. Anyone, any other questions, or we are good for today? Great. So this is like always just a short, sweet talk on topics. Good news. Oh, next week I'm doing a call on officially on intro to relationship done differently. We are the few people who have the permit for it. I got one of them. So I'll be creating a call. It's a 2-hour official call of access on relationship done different ka intro call. It'll be a 1.5, 2-hour call. I'll be putting up the graphic tomorrow on the groups everywhere, and it's open to public. Anyone can join it. I'm doing it on 19th. That's a Saturday. It'll be a morning call. So the graphic should be out by tomorrow for that. So yes, thank you everyone. I'm going to stop the recording.
Let us have a picture,
Oh.
smile, please.
These
Shop.
are photos.
Thank you, Raashi.
You
Thank
guys.
you, Raashi. Very nice call. Very, very useful.
Thank you.
Thank you